And on this week's episode, Seb drops pens, Rory meets a tortoise, and I turn into an old lady.
On this episode, we're going to check in with the teams. We've got a lot going on at the minute. We're in busy periods. We're going to speak about the vans that we're replacing. We're going to speak about storage and how full we are at the minute. And as always, we're going to check in with the teams. What moves we've got on, how we're going about them, packing jobs, long distance, the lot. This is an action-packed episode. And as I said on the last one, we are going to sign the intro. I've been too busy to do this, so Tash has stepped in. So here we go. Welcome to Warren's Removals TV, episode 8. Okay, so on this episode I want to talk a little bit about the replacement of vehicles. So we're selling and we're buying. Yesterday, very fortunate that we bought a new vehicle, a new Pug. We call this van behind me Pug, and we've replicated that exact van but a brand new version. So you can see that is a 15 plate, which means it's getting on a bit now. It's 7-8 years old and it's starting to show some wear, and the guys don't really like driving it anymore. It's one of those vehicles that it's a bit of a nuisance sometimes, but we're looking to list that on eBay and Auto Trader this week. So if you're interested, it is a cracking van, and it's got a full fuel tank, I just noticed as well, so you can get a bit of fuel involved in the sale. So I've had quite a few people ask me how come I have started a YouTube channel, and the reason for that is a couple of reasons, to be honest. One, to push myself out of my comfort zone, so I want to become a lot more confident in front of the camera. People have said I'm doing exactly that, so I'm pretty happy with that. And also just to showcase the company in a different way, so customers can look in, the removals industry can look in, see how we do things. I get a lot of compliments about our yard and how it's set up. And also what I didn't realise until I started the YouTube channel is that Google own YouTube, so every single view you get on YouTube acts really well for your own website. So because of that, we've been ranked pretty high on Worcestershire, and we're currently receiving between 5 and 10 website inquiries a day. The other day we actually received 3 website inquiries within 15 minutes. That's the most in such a short amount of time. So I'm not sure if YouTube has a big part to play in that, but I know it's contributing. So I'm really happy with YouTube and how it's going. Okay, so we are currently in a really busy period. So obviously we're in the summer at the minute. So every single week, every day, we're really stretched. And this part I'm going to be doing tomorrow's job sheet. So the day before, we always look at tomorrow's job sheets and we put the right staff members and the right vehicles onto the right jobs. Tomorrow is Wednesday the 24th of August. Just looking at the rota here, you probably can't see that, so Fraser can put a screenshot up of our rota. And we need 17 members of staff tomorrow, so we need basically almost everybody other than a few lads that are on holiday at the minute, so we need everybody in tomorrow. And we also don't really have any room for error during these weeks and these months, because you know we need everybody and we need them to be on form. Just yesterday alone we had a couple of people that overslept their alarm or couldn't get to work, and just the normal day-to-day running of a removals company adds a layer of stress towards the day. So we need everybody to either turn up, say that they're going to be early and actually be early, and then actually turn up with a strong head on their shoulders ready to attack the day. So that's exactly what we need during these busy periods. We need everybody to be switched on and up for it, because our customers mean the world to us and they need 100% service from every single staff member. So tomorrow I'm going to be looking at the best staff members for the best jobs and the right vehicles to go where. We currently have 9 vehicles and a lorry, 8 vehicles and a lorry, and 1 vehicle which we've still got at Insight, who are on-site mechanics, and they're trying to fix a turbo on a van. So I've not spoken about this yet, but we did have a turbo issue with the lorry. It seems like this whole company is riddled with turbo issues at the minute. But yeah, we've got Rene. We name all of our vehicles. We call that one Rene, and that's been out of the game now for about 10 days. And apparently we should get that back today. That is one of our most important vehicles because it's got a tail lift. So we do need that. We've had to muscle up a safe, a piano, and you know, all the heavy troughs and stuff that we move from gardens without a tail lift recently. So it's causing a bit of stress not having that vehicle, so we're looking forward to getting that one back. I will add it to tomorrow's job sheets so we can hopefully factor it in. But like I say, 17 staff members tomorrow and every single vehicle is out, so we need everybody to be on form. So on busy days, what we tend to do is write them on pieces of paper so we don't miss anybody out and miss any vans out. I don't always do the job sheets, but sometimes it's whoever's available first to get tomorrow's job sheets done. So we take it in turns. We get the team leaders that like to do it because they can select what jobs they go on and what jobs other people go on, etc. George and Luke also help with the job sheets, but today, in fact the last week, I've been doing them because I'm quite OCD like that. So on this piece of paper, I've got the 5 jobs written down. Next to it, I've got how many staff I need and what vehicles I need. So I've got a Bethon load up tomorrow, which is a lorry job, plus a van. So that is just a load up ready for long distance on Thursday. We've got Jill load, which is 1.53. That means 1.5 vans, 3 staff. That is also a loader, which means that that is also going long distance on Thursday as well. Cleo Pack is the second half of the move that you guys would have seen today with Luke doing the pack with James and BFG, the lorry. So that is the second part of that job. And then we've also got Tom Move. Tom Move is quite a high up estate agent in the area, and we want to make that move perfect because they want to start referring us to their Stratford branch. They currently refer us in Worcester, but we want to head in the opposite direction to Stratford, and this is our opportunity to get that right so we can get pushed over to that side of the Worcestershire area. And then in the afternoon we've got a tiny little job to bring into storage, which is moving to Cornwall on Saturday, so a very busy day tomorrow. So I'm just going to select each staff member and the vans, and then I'll come back to you and we'll talk about the finished product. Okay, so I've finished tomorrow's job sheets finally. That took about 15 minutes in total. It's important that we put time aside to do that rather than rushing it, so it's good that I've actually sat down and studied it properly. So tomorrow we've got Bethon load. That is a lorry and a van, and she's being loaded from Worcester, and on Thursday she's moving to Wales, so a good journey there for the lads. So we've got 4 staff on that. We've got James, Rory, Mick and Shiv. Shiv you probably remember from the last episode. Rory and Shiv have been packing at this address today with George. George isn't on the vans tomorrow, he's on quotes. We're very busy on quotes, so George is going to be stepping into that. We don't like it really too much when George and Luke are both on the vans because it means that we can't quote as many people as we'd like, but needs must. The jobs have to be catered for the staff and make sure that we've got the right amount of people on it, etc. So sometimes George and Luke need to be on the vans as well as myself. So that's Bethon, and obviously I'm talking about tomorrow's job. However, through the power of the camera, we can try and transport you to that address now.
So we're here in WR4 today. As you can see, the weather isn't so great, but we got Joey here, grafting his backside off to get it done. Yeah, no swearing, mate. This is a PG channel. So yeah, let's get cracking on.
Okay, so the second job tomorrow is also a loader. John Gill, his name is, and he's moving from Pershore, which is about 15 minutes away from where we are, and he's moving to Middlesbrough. That's on Thursday. So tomorrow we load everything up and it gets locked up securely in our yard overnight, and then we will be leaving roughly 4:30 a.m. on Thursday to arrive in Middlesbrough for about 9 a.m. So it's a big day that'll be. There'll be 4 guys going onto that job on Thursday, so they can share the driving in each vehicle. So there's 2 vehicles on that job. And on that job we've got Simon, Tom and Tanwa. That's just the load up, so that'll change for the delivery. Tanwa is perfect because the job's in Pershore and that's where Tanwa lives, and Tanwa needs lifts to and from the unit. He doesn't drive yet, he's having his driving lessons, so that works out really well. It doesn't normally work out that well, but tomorrow it does. And again, we're going to teleport you right through the power of the lens to land on that driveway.
Here we have the new addition to the fleet. 2 pugs going on its maiden voyage up to Middlesbrough tomorrow. See how nice and shiny it is? Beautiful.
And then the 4th job tomorrow is Tom's move, which I spoke before about Tom being a high-end estate agent in Worcestershire. So that's the second part. We've got Danny, Lee, Chris, Dale and Joe. However, whilst doing these sheets, I've just had a text message off Dale asking if he can have tomorrow off because he's forgotten about an appointment. So I just need to speak about the move to Danny, see how today is going on the job, and see if he does need an extra man tomorrow. If not, I can give Dale the day off. I don't really want to say no to Dale because if it's an appointment, it's probably important, although he's forgotten about it, it's still really important for him to attend that, and I don't want him to look at the company like we're taking that appointment away. So we'll do everything I possibly can to make sure he's off tomorrow. I just need to speak to Danny first. So yeah, that one's in Stratford. The good thing about that move is that they're moving into a rental and some of their stuff is coming into storage. So there's no waiting around for keys or anything tomorrow. So the guys can literally get there, start, load and go and unload straight away, no waiting around. So it's a nice Wednesday shaping up for that team. And again, we can go and visit that team now for the power of the camera. All the hours.
A couple of hours. Leave will get one.
Today we're moving some very high profile customers, Tom and Hazel. 2-day move, packed it yesterday, took what they wanted to store as well. They're in storage for 12 months with us, so that's always good to have some customers come to storage. And now we're getting on with the move. Let's go.
So as you can see, we're bringing wardrobe boxes out. I'm not sure if we've spoken about these before, but I just thought I'd give a quick demo of how they work. So as part of every move that we do, we pack the customer's clothes. We don't charge extra for this. It's just part of the service. And this is a wardrobe box. They're very well made, corrugated plastic. And they actually open like this. And when you're in the dress, it actually acts as a wardrobe, so you can fit quite a lot of clothes in there because they're really strong, so it doesn't really matter about the weight. Sometimes you can put too much weight and the only thing that will break is that, but generally they last for ages. We used to use cardboard wardrobe boxes, but they used to damage after one move, and they were just like, we felt like we were splashing money up the wall for no reason, so we spend a bit extra on these and we use these every single day and they're perfect. So that is this one van done in Stratford, and we are going to get going to the next job. However, I do have something to say. Fraser, our videographer, is filming 3 days this month, so we are going to transition from here to an amazing mansion that we've been moving, and tomorrow is day 4.
It's a wet Thursday morning here in DY11, but today we are working at this fantastic property just outside of Kidderminster. But I tell you what, let's have a look at it from above.
So we've had a bit of an update on the training course that we're rolling out. So we've had the website developed and it's now a link on our main website. So if you want to check that out, you can. It's under training. We've got 2 different removal companies booked in for September. So that's quite good, exciting. Me and Luke are going to be doing that between us. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself too much with booking too many people in, because obviously I've got this big monster of a company to run myself, so I don't want to be out of my depth and let this one need my time when I can't quite give it. So I need to be quite careful with that. So I'm going to try and do 1 or 2 courses a month. September course wise is fully booked now, so we're looking at October onwards. I posted a little bit online the other day about it's my first post about it along with the website link, and we've had 4 different removal companies inquire, so I will be getting back to you guys. I just need to figure out what dates and stuff, and also look into the modules that you guys would like to choose. But thank you very much for approaching us. It's amazing that people want to learn from us, and we're excited about giving you guidance and also making sure you don't make the same mistakes that we have made along the way. So we're 8 years in now, so we've made a lot of mistakes, and we've obviously made a lot of good choices as well, so we can teach all of that to you guys who want to learn. So yeah, I'm excited about that. A little bit more will come about this in September, because hopefully we can get the people who are booked in September on the next episode. You never know how time works out with this kind of stuff, but hopefully we can sort that out. Also, on these episodes, I just beat the horn. On these episodes, I like to talk about the moves that we're currently taking on. Obviously, we're moving footballers as well at the minute, which is always good to talk about. We've had a little bit of a backlash, not backlash, I'll rephrase that. We've had a bit of feedback from one of our customers that we haven't moved. We went to quote, and she said, on the quoting stage, she said, "Oh, it seems like all you're interested in at the moment is moving football players." Just want you guys to know that we don't just move football players. They're probably 1 or 2 a month during transfer window. So obviously we've got a hell of a lot more customers than just football players. So it's a shame that people are viewing us as just interested in the high-end football player moves. I guess what she did mean though is we post a lot about them, so I probably need to start posting normal moves. So noted, thank you for that feedback. But yeah, we moved some footballers in July and August. We've moved 3 since the last episode, and 2 of those are in storage, and 1 of those is a big renovation project which is absolutely amazing. Scott Hogan, his name is, and he plays for Birmingham City at the minute. We also got a signed shirt from him, which we will be putting in the office to add to our collection. He used to play for Aston Villa as well, so for a player to move from Aston Villa to Birmingham, they are obviously rivals, so a bit of a strange move. And he's you know, speaking to him for quite a while on the day, and he was talking to me about the Midlands derbies that he competed in and how chaotic they were, and you know how tough they were. But yeah, it's always good to meet these people because I'm really interested in football. I like seeing how the other half live, if you like. So yeah, we will keep promoting footballers, but also I'll remember to promote normal moves as well, because we don't want to give the wrong impression to our customers. Okay, so it's Tuesday morning in the yard, and I'm going to talk about storage quickly. First thing I want to talk about is Jason, our storage manager. He's not been at work for the last 6-7 weeks. We are missing him. He had a collapse at the gym 6-7 weeks ago, and he's been off ever since. So we're just waiting for him to get to full recovery, relax, pick himself up and come back stronger. We're all really missing him. We have got 53 shipping containers here and we are completely full. It's not good when you're full because you end up turning customers away for storage, and we don't want to do that. And we also really don't want to be spending too much money on new containers because they cost quite a lot of money at the moment. And next week we could have a lot of people move out of storage and we could find ourselves with empty containers, so we need to do it properly. But Jason is still managing storage and still keeping up to date the spreadsheets, keeping us in the loop of where we need to store items and where items are coming from and what staff we used on the last job. He's got such a slick little system for storage, and thankfully for us and for him, he's keeping his mind occupied. He's keeping the whole thing ticking over nicely. Jason, we are missing you, mate, and we can't wait to get you back in this yard where you belong. And the first time we did this was last month, on last month's episode, and we're going to do it again, and I'm talking about Warren's Fun Facts. On this fun fact, I'm going to tell you how I met Tash, because quite a lot of people don't know about this, but there's an estate agent in Worcestershire, and it's the very first estate agent that recommended me. So the guy who owns it gave me a call and said, I'm interested in a meeting. I've seen you floating around on YouTube and on Instagram, social media, and I would like a meeting with you about referring you. And I was really excited about that. So that was my first ever estate agent. And on the meeting day, I walked in and the first person I seen was Tash. Tash works there. So I tried to act pretty cool, walked past her, did my meeting, smashed that, recommended me ever since. And then about 10 minutes later I added her on Facebook, and the rest is history. So that is how I met Tash. I pulled her out of an estate agent, and now she works full time within this company and she is killing it.
Hi, so we're here in Cheltenham today. We're doing a pack and move. It's going to 2 different locations today, so hopefully I'll be able to showcase a little bit of our packing service. They've very kindly labelled things, so there's green post-it notes are going to storage, the pink post-it notes are going direct to the new house. They're really organised in there, so it's great. We've just got here, we've got the lorry here, so we're packing and loading the lorry today and taking it away. We managed to get the lorry onto the drive quite nicely here, although there is on-road parking. This is perfect location. So we've started unloading some boxes, we're getting started now, so let's go see the team. It's really important to be organised when you're packing, so even though we're packing a room that looks like it's got a lot of books in it, there's a lot of fragile items as well, so it's best to gather them all in one area, know what you're packing. I've got a box going here that's just fragile items, all bubble wrapped and just stacked neatly, so looking good in that box. Really useful at the start of the day to speak to the customer and make sure that they've got the stuff that they need for that evening, so plates, something to eat with, their overnight bag, any clothes that they need, especially if stuff's going to storage. You don't want it to go to storage and find out they need it. We've just found out that this paperwork in the corner here is actual deeds to the property, so you don't want to pack that sort of stuff and then find out they need it. So I'm just going to put these safely out of the way here and we'll just carry on packing. So a useful tool when we're packing bottles of spirits or wine, we've got these bottle dividers that open up into a medium box, so I'll set one of those up. And then the bottles can slot nicely into each divider, safe and sound. There's a couple of common frustrations when you're packing, whether it's a big pack or a small pack. It's always useful to have a pen on you at all times. You seal the box up, you want the pen there ready to sort of label the box. The other one is when you get to the customer's house, like I said earlier in the episode, you want to make sure that the customers put everything aside that they need. Now sometimes they forget about putting something aside of their favourite book or you know, something they might need for that night, so they'll come along and they'll ask you where it is. You might have packed it, one of the first boxes that you've packed, so you've got to then find it, get it out, give it to the customer. So just a couple of the main frustrations of when you're packing. Where's all the pens gone?
Oh, I don't know, mate.
So when we're packing and prepping a house, sometimes you have like nice big light fittings, so when you're selling a property you've got to put the standard pendant back in, but the customer wanted to take these 2 big chandeliers, so we built these racks. We've had these for a while now. Chris built them, one of our team leaders. They've got a hook on, so chandeliers can actually hang from here and be fixed into this. There's 2 there, so that's one, you know, and it can be fixed into the sides. But these particular chandeliers are actually better to fully dismantle them, so the framework of them is there, and then a couple of boxes with all the pieces that hang off. So yeah, we sometimes use these for fragile chandeliers, but sometimes it's better to dismantle them fully.